In this session, I'm going to share with you a little bit about Google+. Google+ is Google's social networking site. You can see I'm already logged into my school district account here. And on the upper left, you can see my calendar, my drive, my mail. These should all look pretty familiar to you. What you may not have noticed is in the upper left-hand corner, you now see your name with a plus. This is Google+. When I click on this, it takes me into my Google+ account. We're going to be going over what all of these features are in upcoming sessions, but first, let's go ahead and get started with your photo. Some of you may or may not have a photo over here, and if you don't, I'd strongly encourage you to add one, as it's a great way when you communicate with others around the world for them to have a visual of you. So if you don't have a photo here, you're going to click the Change Photo icon. And now I can drag a photo in this area, or I can select a photo from my computer. I'm going to go ahead and select one from my computer. And here I have a photo, and I'm going to say Open, and it's uploading. Now I have the capability to crop it a little bit. So I'm going to crop it to meet my needs, and I'm going to say Set as Profile Photo. Now you have your photo and it should be all set, which I think is a very important part when you get started. Now on the left-hand side, there are a variety of icons: home, your profile, things we're going to explore, different events you might be involved with, your photos you've uploaded to share, the communities you're involved with, circles, your location, games, and there are a couple important ones under the More. One is called Google Hangouts and one is Pages. I'm going to be covering Google Hangouts in a separate session, but this is a really great way to video conference with people. But for now, we're going to go ahead and get started with Circles. And Circles is what I feel is kind of the heart and soul of Google+. This is where you're going to get started with your family and friends. And you're going to find that Google has many of the same similarities as maybe Facebook and Twitter, but it also has some important differences, and one of them being Circles. So let's go ahead and get started with Circles. As you can see, you have some default circles set. You may or may not want to use these, but you can certainly create your own as well. You also, up at the top, you can see I don't currently have anybody in my circle, but 30 people have me in their circles. This is where I can find people, and this is also an easy way to find people. So I'm going to go ahead and create a technology group, because that's one of the main things that I communicate with people in the school district. So I'm going to go ahead and add a person, and I'm going to type in Betty Watring's name. You see it populates from a variety of sources. It populates from my contacts in my Gmail. It populates from people that I've been correspondence in my email. And it gets people in a variety of other ways as well. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Betty. I might want her in one of these circles, but I definitely know I want her in my technology circle. So I'm going to create a new circle, and I'm going to call this Technology. And I'm going to check that Betty's in that circle, and I'm going to say Save. So you can now see that Betty is in my circle when I roll over her icon there, and I see the 1 is in that circle. I'm going to continue to find people that are technology related for me and add them to my circle. You can see I have 3 people now in this circle. These individuals can also be in some of my other circles as well, but for right now I want to focus on my technology circle. You can also find people this way, and you can note their relevance. So if you want to search by first name, last name, if you've recently updated. So as you get hundreds and hundreds of people in your circle, some of these other icons might become important. If you find you've added somebody to a circle that you no longer want in that circle, or maybe you've added them by mistake, you can simply drag them out and they'll kind of poof away. So now you can see I only have 2 people in my circle. So let's try that again. I just click and hold, and you see the trash can there. When I let go, I poof them away. So now I have 1 person left in my technology circle. I could also add that individual to other circles as well. So now Kurt is in my acquaintance circle, and he's also in my technology circle. So it's really easy to populate who your friends are, who your acquaintances are, and create other circles as well. That's going to end this session. I'd like to give you some time to add people to your circle, and once you've done that, we'll come back and we'll talk about a variety of other things that you can do with people in your circles.